Giving all honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem, Kakadash, and double honor to the man of great millstone that's out on the highway and byway pushing his truth, as well as putting the truth for the worldwide internet, pushing the truth day in and day out, rain, sleet, and snow, reaching the hopeful elect to put them out of two-thirds state of mind. Yahweh Ratazah, we are his hopeful elect that will be on those chairs of salvation to live in the kingdom with King David under the rulership and authority and command of Yahweh Shai, the way the Heavenly Father Yahweh set it up to be. Also, I'd like to add that I'm not a member of GMS, but I believe GMS has the 100% truth of the Bible. And I would like to also add the water to the man of great millstone for doing an excellent job of pushing the truth through the Spirit, reaching people that are lost and confused about who they are, to continue to bring them on the right path of righteousness. The water to the man of great millstone. Also to the women, to the men and women that are listening and learning, continue the faith of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah. Keep praying and repenting, and keep the laws and commandments to the best of your ability, as it states in John 14:15. If you love me, keep my commandment, as well as Ecclesiastes 12 and 13. Let us hear the whole conclusion. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear Yahweh and keep his commandment, for this is the whole duty of men. What you're about to see here is a bad child. I'm just gonna say it just like that. No sugarcoat. A bad child, a bad mother, and I'm gonna say this: it's not the boy's fault. It's the mother's fault. And if there was the father raising this boy, I'll say it's his fault too. A lot of these single parent women don't have the understanding of how to raise a child. And yes, this is a child. This is a little boy, and he's learning daily from mama. He learning her attitude. He learning her ways. He learning her verbiage. You know, and you're gonna hear the verbiage. You know, and the disrespect that he showed to his mom is by his mother, because she's being disrespectful to him for as raising him. She don't know how to raise him. And then the real sick part of this video, she have the audacity to film it and put it on Facebook, because in her mind she think it's cute. She think it's cute. Okay, but first let me go ahead and just read this here, Isaiah 3 and 12. As for my people, children are their oppressors, and women rule over them. O my people, they which lead thee to error and destroy the way of thy path. So this woman here, she she has the power right now, as it states in Jeremiah 31 and 22. It, as it states, it said that it's a new thing. There will be a new thing on earth. The woman shall surpass the man. And most men, such as myself, if you have a backbone, you're not gonna let a woman just control you and tell you what to do. No, because you're a man, you know. And once the Esau give Eve the power, she gonna go haywire with it. And most cases, the guys he's gonna leave because of the power structure. It's not correct. Everything upside down. You know, when we was in our rest, you had fathers in the household taking care of their family. Hell, multiple families. But now, one of the reasons why the father is not in the house, because of the power structure that Western society have given the woman, and the men that have children by these women are leaving, and have been leaving, you know, since the mid 70s, 80s, 90s on up to now. And I'm not saying that's a bad, I mean, that's a good thing, but a man, he is not going to deal with a woman when she's, you know, when she have more power than him, unless he just enjoy it. Me personally, I can't deal with a woman that's going to use her power to rule me. I'm out the front door, child or no child. You just have to put me on child support. but I will take care of my responsibility. But anyway, this situation right here, and then let me bag back. Now also, you have some weak niggas that don't want to take care of their children. I got to throw that out there too. So part of it is them that don't want no responsibility. They just want to hit and run. Now, going back to this right here, you have wicked Eve raising Jake. No care of how he talked to her. She's not disciplining him. She's not raising him the right way. She's sparing the rod. As it states here, I'm gonna go to the NIV, Proverbs 13 and 24 in the NIV. It says here, he who spare the rod hateth his son. And when you see this video, you gonna understand. But he who love him is careful to discipline him. So when you love your son, you're going to discipline him. And when you don't love him, you're not. You're going to let him just be wild as all outdoors. So let me go ahead and play the video so that you can see what I'm talking about.
I just feel like I need a new nigga. I just feel like I need a new bitch. Oh, go get you a new bitch then. I don't care. Go get you a new bitch then. Go get you a new bitch then. I don't give a fuck. Fuck that bitch. That's why your bitch gonna be trash and your bitch ain't gonna have no car. So I don't care. So go get you a new bitch then. Nigga, bitch ass hell you don't do motherfucking shit. I'll slap you and your bitch, no, nigga. Okay, get out my car then. I'll suck you again, nigga. All right, get out my car. Get out my car. Get out my car. Get your motherfucking kids out my down face, nigga. All right. I'll knock you out like 7, knock you out on dead homies, nigga. Ooh, get the fuck out my motherfucking car. No, get the fuck out my motherfucking car. No, bitch. What? Fucking bitch. Okay, you let 7 knock me out, and your scary ass didn't even help. That's why I don't want to be with you no more, because you're a scary ass boyfriend. Stop stealing my money. Nigga, I'll call this out the car. You took my money out the car, I'm going to beat the shit out of you. No, you're not. All right. Nigga.
See, this child here, I
just feel like I need a new nigga.
This little boy here, he's not, I'm going to say this here, and I want you to just listen. He's not wrong for how he acting. You know why? Because he's raising himself. Mama ain't raising him. So if mama was raising him correctly and put some on his ass or whatever, he wouldn't be acting like this here. Mama is basically cheering it on. She's videotaping it. She's putting it out for the world to see. And when that boy get a certain age, 12, 13 years old, he gets stronger. He starts smelling himself, thinking he a man. Guess what? He gonna buck up to you. Just like what he did. He went over there and hit his mama, guess in the arm or whatever. It's gonna be more than that. And then she gonna realize all that shit that she gave him, trying to satisfy him. Every time he cried and kick and scream, she brought him everything, spoiled him and stuff like that. You got to keep up with that now. When he turned 13, 14, 15, he going to want bigger and better stuff. And it's going to get expensive. And by you not training him to live righteously, and by you not whooping him, he going to tear a hole in your pocket and might go upside your head. And get what you're going to do then. You're going to go ahead and you're going to call the child's father and say this here, I can't raise him no more. He's out of control. Well, why is he out of control? This right here.
That's why your bitch gonna be trash and your bitch ain't gonna have no car. So I don't care. So go get you a new bitch then. Nigga, bitch ass hell you don't do motherfucking shit. I'll slap you and your bitch, no, nigga. Okay, get out my car then. I'll suck you again, nigga. All right, get out my get out my car. Get out.
See what I'm saying? See that right there? See, it's funny now. It's funny now. But when he get up to a certain age, it ain't gonna be funny no more. You're gonna either call his father, that's if his father's still around, or if he wanna deal with him, because you have some men that when they see how bad their son is, they don't want no part of it, especially if they got another family. It's sad to be like that, but it's true. It says here, Isaiah 3 and 12, as for my people, children are their oppressors, and women rule over them. So, the woman that's ruling over this little boy right here, he's not being corrected on nothing. And you suspect the boy's father to come and try to change him when he at an age where it's kind of hard to change a young man. You putting pressure on him, on the father. You can't, you bringing all that wickedness that you should have tied down when he's at the age that he is now. You should have tightened it up right then. you know so you can't be mad at the man if he want no part of him. Now y'all claiming that y'all equal just like us. Hey, if you equal just like us, you should be able to handle him. You should be able to raise him correctly. But society have given you the child, given you all the money and stuff like that, and made the father pay child support. Now you want him to continue paying child support and raise a bad young man, 12, 13 years old, because now you can't take care of him. It says here, Proverbs 22 and 6, train up a child in the way he should go, and when he that sower iniquity shall reap vanity, and that the rod of his anger shall fall. So the way you want that child to grow up, you got to teach him the way you want him to, live his life. You got to give him some corrections. You got to discipline him. You got to let him know that this is wrong and this is right. You raise him up the way you want him to be raised. You want him to respect your elders. You want him to respect the school teachers, the people that's in your community. You want him to be taught a certain way that's going to respect you. So when they see your son, they can say that boy been raised right. That's a good boy. Who's that boy parent? Because the child represent the parent. Now, when that boy go out there in the street, he have no upbringing. It's gonna be shame and embarrassing on mom and daddy because they did not raise this boy properly. Proverbs 23 and 13: from withhold not correction from the child, for if thou beatest him with the rod, he shall not die. Thou shalt beat him with the rod, and shall deliver his soul from hell. You have a lot of parents, especially female parents, single parents. They get hurt, or they feel some kind of way when they discipline their child. They want to whoop them, then turn around, whoop them maybe 2 or 3 licks or whatever. That ain't nothing, and then turn around and hug them when they kick and scream and cry. A lot of these children, they know how to be slick. They know if they scream and kick and cry, and they know mama's whooping them, and they know mama's going to hug them and kiss them, it's going to take some of the pain away. Some of these kids are smart. They ain't dumb. They know how to play a role to get you to stop. And a lot of these single parent women, and women in general, because they have a loving heart toward their children, and you're supposed to, but also you have to turn that off and, put some heat on that ass, let them know that you ain't playing. So, you can't be soft behind your children when they doing wrong. Let's go to Proverbs 19 and 18. Chast thy son while there is hope, and let not thy soul spare for his crime. So when he cry, kick, and scream or whatever, you're not supposed to pay that no attention. Get on his ass and get it right. I remember a few times when my mom whooped me, she whooped me until she got tired. Now today, they'll say there was child abuse, but the thing is, I'm okay. I'm still living. So, and my father, well, my father, he didn't whoop me as much as my mom, but my father did. When he did do it, it was 3 times as worse as my mom. But I feared my father more than my mother. But I love both of them. But still, we talking about the mother. You can't be soft-hearted coming down on your children. You have to discipline your children, or else they going to make you cry. They crying right now to keep you from whooping them. But when they get older, they going to cause you to cry when you go up, when you walk down your neighborhood and you see yellow tape, and then you see your son laying out in the street. He going to make you cry because you had a chance to correct him, but you didn't. And you let him live. You let him live the way he wanted to live, just like this little boy here in this video. And now that he got older and you can't handle him and the streets are raising him, now you're going to see him in the streets with yellow tape all around him. And you're going to be crying if you don't stop it. So I'm going to go ahead and play this here again, and I'm going to go ahead and end the video. I mean, that's pretty much all I got to say about this. This just sad. I remember when I was maybe 12, 13 years old, whatever, seeing kids in Walmart kicking and screaming because, they wanted a toy and mom and daddy, couldn't get it for them. And they just kick and scream and cry. And, that's about it. You get them and you take them to the car and that's about it. But for as seeing what this boy here talking to his mama, every generation it get worse and worse. Because when I was coming up, I really didn't see none of that. Parents were allowed to whoop you in the stores if they had to, but now they put so much fear in a lot of these parents. If you whooping, you go to jail. That's the way Esau wanted to set up, because he want your young men and your young women to live unrighteously, wild as an animal, so that they can lock them up and put them in the system. And then, like I said, they put fear in the parents, take your job away from you. And you discipline your child and you tell your child, the reason why I'm whooping your child because I love you, and don't you tell what's going on in this house. I remember my mom always say, what goes on in this house stays in this house. And when you have mother and father putting their heat on your ass and letting you know this is what the rule is and this what it is, then that's what it is. You don't tell what's going on in your house, But that's an old saying, and it sticks today with me. What goes on in his house stays in his house. So I'm gonna go ahead and play this video, then I'm gonna end it.
On my car. All right. I knock you out like 7, knock you out. Dead homies, nigga. Ooh, get the fuck out my motherfucking car. Get the fuck out my motherfucking car. Not this much fucking dick. Okay, you let 7 knock me out, and your scary ass didn't even help. That's why I don't want to be with you no more, because you're a scary ass boyfriend. Stop stealing my money. I'll call this out the car. You throw my money out the car, I'm going to beat the shit out of you. No, you're not. All right. Nigga.
Lord have mercy. See you on the next video.